Hello, how are we doing? Good evening, or good afternoon. Right off the bat, Mr. Dooman. How are you, sir? Hope you're well, hope you're well rested. Little one's not keeping you up. Hope all's going well, sir. Oh, it's finally here. We're back. I've been itching to play this game again for quite some time. Why I've been sort of fear of streaming it. It is one of my favourite games, despite its faults and despite the criticism it gets. It's one of my favourite games. We're back in the world of Fallout 4, brand new playthrough on PC, which has surprised me because I was intended to play this on PlayStation 5. Reason being, a couple of reasons. I have all the DLC on PlayStation and wanted to play it at maximum graphics settings, so take a bit of stress off the PC. I can imagine the PC version would be wild. I do have the PC version, or did have it. I got it free somewhere, I can't remember. It's just the base game. So when I was doing some testing yesterday, fired up in the PlayStation, and it's not been upgraded for the PS5. It's still at 30 FPS, and I struggle with games in 30 FPS, and now I must admit. So we tried it on PC, and to my surprise, it runs very, very well. Looks glorious at 60 FPS. I've capped it at 60. I think it's capped at 60 anyway. You can unlock it, but I'm not going to. I can only stream maximum 60 anyway. And in ultra settings, it looks glorious and doesn't use much of my GPU resources, which is a real nice surprise. So I decided to go for that. If we get to the end and we really want to keep going, then I'll get the DLCs. We can get them cheap on a sale. No mods will be in this playthrough. It's a vanilla run, so no mods, no Thomas the Tank Engines or anything like that. I have been fiddling around with some stuff today as well. As you may notice, I've gone back to my NVIDIA Broadcast fake green screen. As this game doesn't use much GPU resource, I thought I'm going to give it a try. And it turns out by just turning off a couple of settings in the broadcast software itself, saves a hell of a lot of... Basically, the amount of GPU resource that NVIDIA Broadcast used was halved by me pressing one button for a function I didn't actually need on it. So, I think it's alright. I've done various testing and we should be able to go. So we're going to run it. If it does bark halfway through it, then I'll switch it off and I'll go back to my webcam. But I've been pleasantly surprised by, he says in testing, how well Fallout 4 on the PC runs. Very well optimized. I'm really surprised. So yeah, this day's been a long day coming. I've been itching to play it again. Like I said, I've started playthroughs before and never finished them. So now if I stream it, I've got an excuse that I have to keep going. So delighted with that. So yeah, I can't wait. We're not going to do any particular build. When I say build, a lot of the criticisms this game did get on release was compared to the other Fallout games, it's nowhere near RPG. Decisions don't really matter, that sort of thing. And I get it. It's not the most in-depth RPG. So builds are not really a thing. You can play around doing all sorts, but we're just going to do a mixture of all. I enjoy this game for the story, the world. I love exploring this world. As you know, I like to explore everywhere, loot everywhere, get inside every single nook and cranny. And this world is ideal for that. So, and I love the characters. So, yeah. We shall see how it goes. Looking forward to it. What else did I have to say? That's about it, I think. Yeah, so we get this tonight and tomorrow night. and then Monday, Tuesdays more Divinity. So I'm going to try and get a regular run now. So Monday, Tuesday Divinity, Fallout. He says that's what I meant to. That was the other thing I wanted to mention. Fallout may well go to Wednesdays and Fridays, certainly for next week. The case being is next Thursday we plan to have. It's not really a podcast, it's more like a chat show, like a just chatting stream with myself, Jim, aka Super Nintendox, and Mr. Call Me Benzie, where we're just like three old guys down the pub on in this case, Thursday evening, a couple of drams, shooting the breeze, talking crap as you do, putting the worlds to right, although I don't think we'll go into politics, religion, all that sort of stuff. You keep off Twitch chat. But it'll be generally gaming stuff, news, trailers, general chat. And we welcome anyone and everyone to join in. You know, shoot the breeze. It's just like, you know, because sometimes, you know, we get together offline, we play together, we thought, why not just, and we spend most of that time just talking and chatting absolute nonsense than actual playing the game. So we thought we'd turn it into a format, like a chat show thing, and we'll see how it goes. So that's planned, that's penciled for next Thursday night. So more details to follow. What else? And there's one of them. Jim, how are you, sir? You all right? I've just been talking about next Thursday evening. Our three old men down the pub show. Very much looking forward to that. How you doing, buddy? What have you been up to today? If you're all set, nice. Yeah, we'll have to hook up over the weekend maybe to finalise things. See, they just announced an enhanced version of Visage for PS5. I hadn't, no. Fuck that. No. Did not see that. That game, man. It's now deleted from my system. I'm not going to finish it because it was on Xbox Game Pass and I've expired that now, so it gives me an excuse not to go into it again. Yeah. If a game gets me drunk like that, that's not a good sign. Can you handle the upgrade? No, I can't, Dooman. I cannot handle the upgrade. What do they mean by enhanced version of PS5? How are they enhancing it? Did they elaborate? That would be interesting to know. Christ. It'd be quite interesting, actually. You know those sound alerts I had for that stream? It would be interesting if they incorporated that into the game itself. And it was triggered at certain events you did. I don't know, say you opened a certain drawer or whatever, or opened a cupboard. It would trigger one of these alerts. That'd be good. PlayStation section Discord. Cool, cool. I shall check it out later. I will. Okay, spookies. Can you imagine? Wow. Damn, no, I don't even want to think about it. Not without a whiskey inside me, anyway. Hey, Benzie, how you doing, buddy? You all right? Ugh. Right. Let's get into this game. So hopefully everyone's going to run so well on PC, I couldn't believe it. I've put my fake green screen back on because of it. Found a setting in that I could disable, which uses far less resource. Watch me go live now and it'll all blow up. Start the game. It's all in ultra settings. But if it does blow up, I'll just switch to my webcam. Right, now. Remind me, because I'll forget. couple of things. So where my webcam is at the minute, that's it's funny games. It's got different menus have got different graphics that pop up. So this is sort of the best, more viewer-friendly position I could have for the camera, but we may change it. Seems weird being stuck there. And also I need to remember to, sadly, I'll turn off the radio because of DMCA purposes. One of the things I loved about this game that sets the atmosphere is it was playing the radio in the background and those old 1940s songs. Sadly not DMCA free, so we'll have to turn it off. Forza 5 recommended insane setting. Oof. Have you tried that? How are the Forza games? Anyone tried them? I've never really dived into them before. Itchy nose. I love the soundtrack to this game. Just gives me chills already. So good. Yeah, I'm just floating around. What a visage, isn't it? Still to this day, one of the best pieces of intro music in any game. Yeah, absolutely love it. I get goosebumps. Okay. Now we're not going to continue. That's my old game. Checking some settings as we go along. You see me dip in and out at the menu every now and then. Okay, we want. So as I said earlier, no mods, it's completely vanilla run. No Thomas the Tank Engine, Death Claws or anything like that. Forza was 100 gig downloads. You're kidding. Oofed. Isn't that the graphics in that game are pretty damn incredible. Start a new game, absolutely. Get rid of my mug.
War. War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the US ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
War never changes.
War
I look so weird
never
in this camera
changes.
position right now, don't I? But when the game kicks in,
Think?
it's far better.
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
So, in that video, the intro, they said the year is now 2077. Now, it's no coincidence. Cyberpunk 2077 released, and that was the state of the world then. You compare the Cyberpunk release with the state of the Wasteland in this game. They were spot on, they were quite accurate, really. That was a right shitty mess. Just saying. Okay. Menus. What face do we want? That's me, grumpy old man. No. Even grumpy older man. Can you do the hair differently? That's closest to me, grumpy old man, I reckon. I'm not going to muck too much around with this. I'm not very creative.